Hey guys, it's Ryan, and today is something a little different. As you can see, my hands. Woo! Just so I can get a bit longer on my Tunguska videos and also play in the IGL satellite, I wanted to talk a bit about a hobby project I've slowly been doing. Right now I have most of Caledonia, barring Wilbur's and Scots Guards. Cosmoflot is largely proxied from Caledonia, and I'm in no rush to get more of that. And I'm like 50% done with military orders, as all I need is both tags and the contents of the Hospitaller action bag. Lots of random little bits. And to keep my model buying and painting habit going, I wanted a new army to run for fun, and finally I'm gonna get into Tunguska properly. I know I've talked about playing them for a while, but like now I'm actively looking at lists and how to get into them and buying and painting the models. And this video is what I hope to be as part of a series in which I dive into the sectorial, my first proper series, I guess. And I'm calling it the Tunguska Diaries, which if you're a fan of Miscast, the YouTuber, you might find that name familiar. I'm bad with names, so that's why I'm going to borrow the idea of X-Diaries. So what are the Tunguska Diaries? Well, it's going to be a more hobby-focused series where I talk about the models I'm doing for Tunguska and how it's coming along, and hopefully I can get an army together in a timely manner. So these videos are similar to the Nurgle Diaries of Miscast, but not nearly as good. I'll talk about the interesting hobby projects and hopefully frequent updates on my Tunguska. So these are Tunguska models. Why are they not Tunguska models? Well, that's the crux of the thing. It's all going to be proxies or kit bashes as far as possible, with some original Tunguska models like these on Nautica or the contents of multi-boxes that are pretty good. So what have I got here? Well, first off, as I bring it to camera, is my Hollow Man, either Spitfire or missile launcher. And you're probably thinking, Ryan, that doesn't look like a Hollow Man, that's a Sundup, but it is. Last year for Christmas, I got the contents of Beyond Blackwind with the intent to start maybe Assassin's Baram or even look into playing Steel Phalanx. However, I done neither, so now I have 6 proxies that need used. Eduros became my Deferenzen. This guy became my first Hollow Man, which is the other kind of project I'm doing with Hollow Men, is that I'm going to use as many Rempress heavy infantry or bipedal robots as possible for this. So he's probably going to be missile launcher just because of the size of that gun. And that's kind of how I'm going to get a fire team of Hollow Men together, because I'm going to try and get a Gualo, a Beta Trooper, one actual Hollow Man, and there's one other one. I think it would be the Secu Droid from O12. As you can see, I did keep the original reference it to being a box. Well, it does kind of look like a spade, so, you know, take that for what you will. Tunguska Jurisdictional Command, and then, whoopsie-daisies, good thing these are metal, it's the Hollow Men. So, this is possibly the worst model I've ever put together. I absolutely hated every second of it. I think you can see, there, the little sort of shiny bit is green stuff. It has been painted, but the paint's come off, or it was highlighted, and it draws attention to it. Anyway, it was absolutely abysmal to put together, and I hated it. This was not a well put together model at all. I think the Infirmer is the only one that's been equally or nearly as bad, and that is saying something, because that was trash. I took about 6 attempts. I had to clear out the glue from that little arm joint so many times. Flag Infirmer is a fantastic model, it's just bad to put together. So this is my Hollow Man. The next one I done, as you can see, the first of this Steel Phalanx models, like I said, the first one became, Eduros became Deferenzen, because I thought, you know, a left Templar fake Greek would work as a concept for a former Templar, and my Mackie became a generic engineer or crozier. This guy, a Myrmidon with Spitfire, became Perseus. As you can see, you probably see it better in the next two. My scheme for this is black and pink, or dark grey and pink, because originally I was going to do hack, like I said, and it was going to be hack pink. But it was going to be hack pink, or a pun on hot pink. If I just get the paint out. Now, it's a Vallejo paint. I can't find my pink paint. Why can't I find my pink paint? Or am I being colourblind again? Found it. There you go. That's the colour of, it's Vallejo pink. and it is very pink, and I wanted to use it, so I did. And pink's actually quite easy to highlight. You just a little bit of white in there, and you can get away with a quite nice pink, and darken it with red. The conversion here was literally the cape, and I painted a little hoplite on him. A little hoplite helmet, because that looked pretty good. So he is Perseus Rogue Myrmidon, and he's a Myrmidon. I think that works well. The last one from the ones I'm currently doing is my Grenzer proxy. This one kind of shows the rest of the scheme. I'm trying to get better in focus. Is the... I forgot what he's called. The Mayob Spitfire. Now, I have a lot of military order models, and I am sick and tired of Spitfires, to be honest. So the first thing I done was I cut off this bit of the gun. There's like a bit here to make it more rifle-like, and I added a little bullpup mag there and converted that into a Grenzer, either Red Fury, more realistically going to be the Sniper Grenzer, and yeah, just kept the brown back. I think this was contrast. Yeah, I think that was contrast, and then just a little highlight of grey. I've not based these. I don't base things. I think basing is the boringest part of painting, and they're only all of my competition pieces are based, and my Lizardman. So really, yeah, they'll get based eventually, but this was going to be the Grenzer that's going to cut around all the time with securities. The last model in the box, because I think I've talked about 5 of them now, is now my second Trinitarian. I have the Order Sergeant Sniper, and that guy is a Trinitarian. So I do actually keep to my videos when I'm like, ah, yeah, do this. I follow my own recommendations. I use the Teutonic Knight Order Sergeant in that box, and then use it as a Trinitarian. So that's my first Tunguska model. So those 3 are very nice. So yeah, as you can kind of see, I'm going to constantly try and push myself for kit bashes. This one is more advantageous than this one, but the coming up ones are going to be a bit better. So these videos are going to come out as often as when I'm going to make some progress on this, such as getting the new box or doing a fancy conversion or something interesting, and I'm just going to document the process the best I can. Now, I've got the next few I'll be working on here, but they've come from an odd place, and that's Ariadna Tag Raid. So technically these are for my birthday, which is in the middle of the month, but the box hasn't been confiscated from me, so until then, haha. But anyway, I bought them myself. It's one of those kind of self-birthday gifts that your partner says, alright, I'll give you the money for, just because it's easier. So I'm going to take the Beast Hunter out of that box. Is it the Beast Hunter, the Prospector, the Robot are all going to stay Ariadna. Or the Robot's going to be Pano, Ariadna, Nomads, because I don't have Silhouette 1 box. That's the thing I need to get. I have far too many tanks, far too many heavy infantry, not enough robots. So, the first thing I need is a clockmaker, because I do not have one. So this is, I believe, the Ariadna Prospector. I'm going to need to edit that out now. So I have the Ariadna Prospector. And that is going to come clockmaker. That's not going to really get any conversions done to it, I don't believe. And it's probably just going to end up be painted pink and maybe have a Nomad base. That's what he's doing, which is rather uneventful. He just has a wrench. Oops. He just has a wrench, which I think works fine. The Clockmaker's a fantastic engineer. It's just a shame you can't link in Tunguska. The slightly more ambitious one is I'm going to turn the War Driver, I believe it's a War Driver, the Sterling Hacker, into a Interventor. I don't think there's a way I can hide that thing. There we go. The Interventor and Securitate Hacker. So that is what that is going to be. I'm going to stop saying there is, like, as you can see, she's wearing like a jumpsuit. I'm going to sculpt a soft vest body armor, because I do actually have a Securitate here. I don't know if it's Securitate or Securitate. I feel like the last one is wrong, but anyway. So if we compare to a all-black Securitate, which is a Fuhrback one, who is the best one. As soon as I found out it was going out of production, I bought it. You can see he's got like a soft armoured vest. He's got like a soft armoured vest, like a police stab vest or something, because that's where Securitates are. They're corporate security. So I'm going to sculpt something similar onto... I'm going to sculpt something similar to the Hacker, and that will be my Securitate Hacker or Interventor Hacker, or Merry Problems until I find a way to get Merry Problems, because I do not want to buy that box. And the last one is I need a Salamander proxy. And I'm going to take this, which is the Sterling Works Cave Crawler from Taggerite. It's a PVC model, it's not fantastic. And I'm going to turn this into a salamander. And you're probably thinking, well, I mean, it's the right size. Is that all you're going to do? No. This is where it gets a little crazy. So, I didn't originally, I wanted to keep this. I was going to sell it on and try to get the Nomad one. But I decided to keep it because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and an image is going to come up with my madness here. I'm going to try and sculpt a hypermagnetic rail cannon, or whatever it's called. Plop that like here and have it like come out, magnetize it so it comes on and off, so it can just be a trip hammer, or if I'm mad and run two Chernobyls. So I do actually have a Chernobyl model. And that's going to be my salamander. This is going to be my salamander, and of course it's going to keep the paint scheme of being pink and purple, because it's bright, vibrant and very nomad. So this is going to get painted pink, and I think that's fair. I'm also going to add some ERA to it. I'm just going to get some blocks of ERA on the side, maybe on the front, and give it a flamethrower, and that's going to be my salamander. So I'm just going to put this to the side. Oh god, he's taking out Perseus. Which is, so yeah, so that is, I can't actually zoom out anymore. So that is my plans for my to-do list for Tunguska. And I will keep you, the sculpting of the soft body armor and the 3D modeling side, because I'm going to 3D model a Drago HMRC, or I'm going to just 3D print one. I don't have a 3D printer, so I'm going to buy a 3D print of one and use that, but I will actually like go through doing magnetization and all that. That will get covered. So yeah, the Securitates I adore the sculpts on, so this guy is probably the next one to be painted. I think he is next in my paint list. As well as I'm going to be painting, so yeah, sorry. I'm going to paint him next, he's next. The probably later in the year I'm going to try and get the Tunguska starter set, and then I'm going to paint them up and take one of them and convert them just into a paramedic. There is a YouTuber out there, I'll link to his channel, where he has done like a bunch of Infinity kit bashing and sculpting with green stuff, and I'm going to probably copy his idea and make one of the Securitates in the box, a paramedic. Yeah, so I also have a big old spreadsheet as well that I'm really excited to show off with ideas of using like Toha and Combined Army to really make this Tunguska Force quite interesting. And hopefully you guys find this interesting project and you'll follow along. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm going to have to cut out a lot of the ums, ahs and ums in editing. I'm not going to cut out that one though. Hopefully you like it, and next time you'll see a video on this channel, it will be for the Tunguska unit profile breakdown. If you like this, subscribe for more, and as always, I will see you next time.